You know, I could have sworn I didn't make his hair that grey. It didn't look it didn't look so grey in the character customizer. It looked like it would be a little off black, which is what I wanted, but that looks like straight silver. Hold on. It's not so bad here either. I still think it's too grey. I'm gonna have to deal with that, I think. If I can find a way to customize the character again, I'm gonna have to, maybe dye his hair. I usually don't like changing the appearance of my characters after I've created them, but I think in this case, I think I've been lied to by the character customizer. It's too grey. It's too much. Alright, I have an idea. I want to go search around, but before I speak to the vicar, I want to go to your office while I've got you here, and actually, can I talk with you?
Where are we headed?
I noticed you mentioned your dad. She mentioned her dad once. Is that a weird thing to ask someone just after we've met? I'm not gonna... We'll talk later until I hear you mention your dad again. Then maybe I'll ask that question, because it feels wrong to ask it now. That's moved. Okay, so there's multiple entrances. Got it. Where's your office? I went in it and slightly read some of your log.
Friend of mine
Constable.
died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
There's the maintenance division. This is where you work, right? Do you have anything to say about it? Like, is your place? Because I saw your name, Holcomb.
Where are we headed?
You're just gonna say the same thing. Okay. If I walk inside...
Where the magic happens? Well, science. But it still happens.
Yeah, it's fine. I get it. Do you mind if I read your terminal with you in front of me? Because this is your place. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is use this workbench. I am going to... I've got 2 pistols. Oh, I've got a impact hammer. Which is... Where did I get this from? No idea. Oh, no, that might be Parvati's. That might be her loadout. I think I might be seeing her stuff. This is the shotgun I want to repair. High time I did that, I think. I've got enough. I think I'm just going to spend it. Accept. And I don't have enough weapon parts to repair my pistol, but it's only a little bit damaged. Now, has that changed the DPS? Yes, by a significant margin. Okay, that shotgun is now a lot more useful. Which makes sense. Point the gun at you. Can I talk to you? I keep trying to talk to her, but you don't say anything about what you're supposed to say. Is it weird how odd I feel just nosing about in people's stuff? I don't like it. I don't like it when people nose about in my stuff. I don't like nosing about in other people's stuff. So, for that, I'm just gonna look around. Maybe I'll go into the constabulary. See if the sheriff might have anything to say for himself.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Hello,
I've never
Constable
actually
Reyes.
been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Oh, well, you know, it's just a police station. We'll go talk with Constable Reyes. I know Lieutenant Mercer was her name, mentioned her, so... Hello.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
Sorry, the audio was a little louder than I'm used to. 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Oh, that's sounds like a great... sounds like some great value there. I'll think about it. I haven't got any criminal investigations need work right now, but I guess I'm looking for work. I mean, I could do with some more money.
Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Okay! I've got a side quest to cut off some marauders' fingers. You guys really don't fuck around here, do you? I can do that, I suppose. I've got some questions, do you mind?
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
I'll keep that in mind, alright. Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you? I think I want to know more about him. Let's find out. Does the name Phineas Wells mean anything to you?
His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
I'm not going to say we're acquainted. He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and shot me into space. A lie. I'm not taking the bounty on his head, but a lie that I am. Because I've already established myself that I might be a bounty, that I might be prepared to accept bounty, so I'm not hunting for the bounty on Phineas's head. I haven't decided to backstab Phineas yet. But I am going to see if there's a bounty. I'm just going to say that. I can't say that I'm acquainted to him because clearly that would get me into trouble.
You're correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas B. Wells.
Alright. I'm not going to say I'm prepared to collect on that bounty. We'll not say we're acquainted. So I'm just going to go, never mind.
Interesting jumpsuit you've got. And by interesting, I mean suspiciously reminiscent of contraband.
I've got to get a new suit, actually, at some point. I've got some questions to ask you.
As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
I wanted to ask some of the other questions. So who do you work for, Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life.
Yeah, I can tell.
I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Dale serves Spacer's Choice.
So, Spacer's Choice doesn't... That sounds like slavery. It doesn't. It sounds like, what's the word I'm looking for? Feudalism? Kind of like... It's not really serfdom. It's more like, well, it's a corporate contract. So basically, you're a bureaucrat.
Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession, but not all of us are gifted enough to serve in it.
Who does Spacer's Choice answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Something to report?
Okay, goodbye. Alright, so, Spacer's Choice, subsidiary of UDL, which is part of the board. I'm gonna have to work on the politics, but I've got some information now. What's in here? Shall I just poke around literally everything I see? Martin Abernathy.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Can I talk to you, or should I? Hi. Stealing stuff.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson...
You don't look well.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow.
Uh-huh. You are not well.
As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Take it easy. Mr. Thompson didn't send me. You want to tell me? Well, he's got the plague. That's what's got him so nervous.
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him?
Yeah, that's exactly what I've done. I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued. Should I just poke this guy?
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
Get away from me, you leper. At least cover your mouth. Yes, you should wear a mask.
And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire,
Possibly.
ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Are you actually dying? Okay, how can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway.
Is that legal?
I need you to break in. Nab that medicine.
No, I doubt it's legal. Alright, I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself? Presumably he's not wealthy enough to afford it.
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick. You don't look a day over 90. I can't... he looks in his 60s, I would have said. In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Can probably be dealt with. What could you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Alright, I've had enough.
So you'll do it then?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, I will. If it's just marauders and he needs medicine, yeah, I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Alright, okay, now, seriously. Like, back up a bit and at least cover your mouth. You're taking an awful risk trusting me. Should I know anything about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Animals. You're taking an awful risk.
I know that. But I got nobody else to turn to.
Evidently?
Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my
Well, I'm heading to the vicar, so I might have a chat with them. Alright. Okay, yeah, no, I'm quite happy to do that. Let's have a look. Journal. Side quests. I've got Now Comes the Power. But you'll need transportation. So that's my sort of overarching mission. This is my present mission, and I've got 2 side quests. Fistful of Digits. Doc Maybell. Bertie Cotton, and... That's... Mr. Artrim. Antrim. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. Antrim. Kill 3 guys and bring their fingers. I'll probably be able to do that. Abernathy believes he's dying and wants a special cache of anthracillin found in the Emerald Vale Community Center. I can activate that. Where is that?
You're
Cache of
making a
medicine.
mistake working for Abernathy.
Oh. I'm not... How do you know I'm working for it? Were you listening?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
Okay. He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic.
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
Why don't I trust you, though? Because you're already... Aren't you already the person who said you're basically getting information for the corporation? On how people, how much people are spending, how much it costs to keep them. What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table. I don't think I really asked Abernathy for money. I should. I should have done. Well, I'm trying not to be overly mercenary. As I've said repeatedly, I keep playing like that in other RPGs and other games. I want to do something a little different for this one. Okay, you need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table, but...
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing.
I
for the right
agree.
reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
On one hand, Abernathy seems like he needs it. Do I trust Esther Blaine, who's got a really difficult to pronounce name because it's like syllabic? Do you think of anything? Do you think anything about
Where are we
this?
headed?
No, you don't. You don't have any opinions. Oh, like, Do I trust that she's gonna distribute it properly? Am I leaving Abernathy to his death? What does the journal say about it? Her instead of Abernathy. He believes he's dying. He's definitely got something wrong with him. Okay. Where are these, actually? Can I... No, they're outside of Edgewater. So I can't read that just yet. Now, double check. Oh, there's a store here. General store and the Spacer's Choice Cantina. I might head to the store, see if they've actually got weapons I can get a gauge on what the prices are for a new gun.
You're falling sick. I don't want you near me. Don't worry.
The general
I'm
store.
not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Okay, well, you're welcome to...
Got my eye on you, girl.
Welcome to stay outside. Alright, I'll go in for you. Don't steal stuff. I'm sure I'm going to accidentally steal something at some point in this game. Hello.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Something about the washing machine? What incident? What incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I might do that,
I
Julius.
won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Okay, I'll ask some questions and I'll trade. I just want to see what he's got.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place? Edgewater, presumably.
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now?
No, I just want to...
It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra 2.
Is Terra 2 the planet we're on? Or Terra might be the system and this is the second habitable planet, or just the second planet in the system. Would want to live here. It doesn't seem as bad as all that. It doesn't seem... Well, it's pretty... I don't know. It is quite pretty. That's not true. I'm glad you're so optimistic. I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there
Go right
was.
ahead.
That's more questions, I think. So about this plague that's supposed to be going around. That might be relevant.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very
Okay, you're
future
just
of
talking
hot-blooded
absolute
physical
bullshit.
vigor.
Okay, you done being delusional? Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness. But the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Spend enough time in the Spacer's Choice family, and you will come to understand.
I don't know if he's
Medical
delusional or
treatment is commensurate
paranoid.
with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
It's not natural selection. That's very specifically unnatural selection. That's intelligence or selection. And if you don't work hard enough,
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
okay, let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Oh, you do have guns. Good. Do you have like an SMG or a machine gun or something I can use that would... A light assault rifle. What do these cost? 133. I have got 16, so I'm going to need to work up some cash for this sort of thing. But I do want some light assault rifle. This would probably be a good thing to get sooner rather than later. I don't know if I'm going to get awarded one. Ooh, look at this. Workers. 47 for this. I wouldn't mind a new Fun Times barrels. These are mods for guns. That's a legendary weapon or some kind of like unique weapon. Mechanics overall, junior grade, ports of call. I'll think about clothing options. Bunch of nanas. I like how 10 bananas cost the same as a machine gun. Or close enough. Like, look at this. Ambidextrine. Same price as a firearm. Nearly. Flavorless sustenance only. Okay. I'll leave it for now, but I will come back here and think about buying a light machine gun, but I'll probably pick one up eventually.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Okay, I won't.
Another day at the cannery.
Right, so here's my... I think I've done a search around enough for now. I'll probably spend some time back here. I'm going to go speak to the vicar. Where is... Vicar Max. I'm going to go over here. Parvati looks a little low on health, if you ask me, though I'm not sure if I'm reading that health bar right.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't
She can't die permanently, can she? I'm pretty sure, that's an option, and I don't like it. If she just got sniped first time we got into combat, I would probably... No, this is Vicar Max, over here. In the church. That would make sense. I'm surprised Space's Choice allows a church to anything that isn't, like, Space's Choice, unless Vicar Max is going to be like, Space's Choice is God.
Felt weird in here. It's too clean.
It's, I mean, it looks nice. I do like a church. I'm not religious, but I do like the look of a church. I'll grab that, I guess. Nobody's going to have a problem with it, apparently. Hello.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Okay, thank you for that line.
Hey there, Mary.
It's only named
Don't
people
see
that you can chat
around
to.
here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
Come over here, Parvati. I want to
No,
double check.
no.
I keep
Yeah,
checking
huh?
to see if she's got... Okay. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you
You
about.
mean about the mission being too clean?
Okay, apparently. I was gonna try to talk about the incident in the, in that guy's store, but okay. Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's
I thought you liked the
something
vicar.
on a museum shelf, under glass.
Okay. Then why'd you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Why aren't you allowed in Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing.
Vending machine. I thought
Vending
she said
machine
washing machine.
when I was 12.
When you were 12? And he's still pissy about it. Come on, you look at least 20. You were a kid. That must have been forever ago.
Sure, but
Very long
folks got
memories.
long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
I can see how that could upset some people. So you're good at picking locks?
Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships.
And
Mr.
they...
Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift
Oof.
to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
Go on.
Exploded
dear.
all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me.
Thompson
I
isn't.
can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
He seems to have actually gotten over it, though. Even if Moreau hasn't. Thompson didn't seem like any more irritated with you than he seems to be with everyone else. Hello there, Vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider.
Indeed.
Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity.
I do prefer
and Miss
brevity.
Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
How did you know I'm an outsider? Can I go back to... I'm going to start with what I came for, and then I'll ask about other stuff. Because I don't know if I'm actually... I don't know if I'm actually going to go back to some of the... Be able to go back to some of these options.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single
she's a
words,
bit of a
and slink away.
social
I can't
outcast.
imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to the Adelaide deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group? I will talk to him, by the way. I don't want to prematurely wrap up conversations here. What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends. Yeah, it depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Send the power to Edgewater. What if the deserters don't choose to return to the fold? So what I've got to do is get them to agree to return to Edgewater and then turn off the power. Just talk everybody into coming together. I'll keep that in mind. Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice,
I don't.
Be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Meaning, why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
And I will be prepared to take your money. Why would a vicar be after banned heretical? I can guess why he might be on it. A handsome sum, you say? Well, I do want money, so let's take this opportunity to maybe go a little bit more on the materialistic side.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Yeah, sure. Why would you be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
It seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you after this contraband text. No, I don't think so. I'll need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Alright, I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Certainly. Is there anything I missed to talk about? Hang on, real quick.
Any progress on that matter we discussed?
Not yet. I just... No. Okay, so...
Please, get it.
I was thinking there might be something else I can ask. I had something I wanted to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
How did you know I was an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me.
Oh.
Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you. Is he dismissing them? I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't that your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about,
He's
work
trying his
fortifies
quotes
the
on me.
spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
OSI.
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
Very well. Not very religious sounding. You didn't make all this up. No, I'm not going to be cynical. How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back.
So it's a bit
It has
deistic.
no concern for us.
Doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. It doesn't have to be. Some of them are just like that. So what's your part in all this besides counseling people?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Yeah, that seems unlikely. Once you've gathered all the knowledge and all the information that exists in the universe, then things might get a bit better. Tell me more. Let's humor him. I don't want to...
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
Alright. Cool. Interesting sort of basically deistic, almost materialistic religion you've got here.
Something you need?
I keep talking to Parvati. I'm gonna ask you about your mum, but not just yet. Okay. So, I think we're gonna do what I was always going to do, and that is try to convince them out prior to my turning the power around. I want that power regulator, obviously, so... I've got a fair few missions I gotta be doing. Companion quests. Search... Well, I'm gonna have a look. Once I get out of Edgewater, I'm gonna have a look at the map and see what there is to, or see where everything is. And I'll try to get it, as much of it completed as possible. Transition to Emerald Vale. Can I not get an album of these loading screen artwork? Because I want, like, I mean, like, cigarette cards. That sort of thing. I'm in a different part of the city now. Where am I? I'm down here. I crossed over this river, so I'm in basically the dockyard. And what do we got? Fast travel landing site. Edgewater Cemetery. There's our current active quest. It's not showing me the inactive quests. Thank you for that. Start with Along Tomorrow. That's up there. Okay, so we got one nearer to the landing site. I think I know what that is. Or that no, that's the camp I was looking at there. So no, it isn't. I got 3 around here. Oh, I should look at this, shouldn't I? Yes, you are carrying those weapons. I've got to get you stuff. I've got to get myself stuff. I've got to get money. And the illustrated manual. They're all kind of all over the place. Very well. There's nothing in this sort of dockyard here, so let's start. Maybe we'll go here. Bertie Cotton, Doc Maybell, and Antrim. Still not going to attempt to pronounce that name. Alright. That's... I want to do this first. I don't know why. It's just like, it's a place I've been before. I reckon I can manage it. But we're going to have a firefight ahead of us. And I've got a shotgun that might actually be useful now. No, scroll up. There we go. Okay, I want to try fighting my way back through this road that I passed down. And also, I gotta talk to this guy.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Oh, you two know each other?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Two social rejects probably get along. This guy doesn't seem like the greatest, people person either. Then again, gravediggers rarely
Lovely
are.
to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What? What are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
Shall.
My dad's buried.
Ah.
Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
You have anxiety fits? I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
If you still know those fees collected, I'm willing to help.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case? And I'm already doing something for Abernathy.
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into
It's because you think he's dying too.
Make sure he pays up.
Yeah. They'll be in Edgewater, I think. Where can I find them?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days.
I've seen
His
him.
domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Something else I wanted to ask
Yeah?
you. Is there? Have you heard any news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
Do I want to tell people that I'm from the Hope? I don't understand. You think everyone's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop. Or there's gonna be trouble.
Alright, alright, alright. I got... Alright, let's change the subject.
Something I can do for you?
He seems actually to be getting really irritated about that. Got a question. Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to ask that other question because it just seems rude. Now, Bertie Cotton. Over here is where I fought through all those raiders and got killed by them. Can I find your... Epitaph pending calculation. Is your father's gravestone around here somewhere? I should probably, you know, that might be a weird thing to do, but that's fine. Alright, I'm going to try and head back through this area and not die while I'm doing it. Alright, Parvati. There's a few guys around here that I didn't kill. Remember, just to open up on them. Marauders aren't worth... Marauder Vandal. The Vandals are arranged, and I think the Goons have just swords. How you doing? You right? About as good as I am. Alright, that was a bit easier with some friends. Take all of that. I'll be able to sell some of it. You got nothing on you. The Vandals are more concerning. And I will slowly regenerate health. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I could take them. And you did pretty well. I've got some dead residents. And there's the way to my ship. What do you think? Well, just don't tell anyone. Just don't tell Mercer it's my ship. I don't know if she's still here. I didn't see her. Yep, we're alright. Okay. Okay. I guess we move on to Cotton, which is over here. Now, there is a sort of encampment there, which probably becomes relevant later. I might have a side quest I might need to do about that. Here we go. A thing. Mag pick. I want those. Hopefully I can start picking locks soon. Get some loot. Marauder Hooligan. Okay. Okay, hooligans have machine guns. Wow, that did nothing. I hope so. You took a beating there, but it's fine. I got round him. Oh, yes, assault rifle. Let's have a look at that. Going to equip that. Haven't got much, but with the pistol, actually, I should probably stick the shotgun there and the sword in 4. Now I've got a full loadout. And I gotta remember to switch between weapons. I thought I killed 2 guys. Good, I got more ammo for it. Let's double check. They don't seem to hear from a distance. That rear sight is way too big. You would never be able to get a proper line. Sounds like there's something around here. Hello. Marauder, look out. Yes! And a canid. Heal up. Alright, I'm running low on assault ammo. Oof. Can I heal you? God. How do... You'll heal up slowly. Let's just keep out of combat for a bit. Sorry about that. I'm a little in over my head.